Yo, what's up, world? I'm DMC from the groundbreaking rap group Run-D.M.C. You know me, first to go gold, first to go platinum, first on the cover of Rolling Stone, first with the Adidas deal. But I'm really just Darryl McDaniels from Hollis, Queens, New York, no different from any other kid in the world.
Today, I'm speaking with Darryl McDaniels, better known as DMC from the supergroup Run-D.M.C. With hits like It's Tricky and Walk This Way, they've sold over 35 million records. Now, at 55, McDaniels is working on a new album and continues to impact the world through his foundation, which helps children in foster care. He's also an advocate for mental health. Thank you for being here.
What's happening?
I like to go back to the beginning. How did a shy Catholic school kid who got bullied on his way to school, what did you tap into to be able to become the king of rock?
My life is getting teased, bullied, and picked on for being this nerdy Catholic school kid. I needed something. I needed something to make this life here enjoyable. So it was all imagination. So comic books gave me an imagination. Comic books was the only place that I saw cool, smart people that wasn't getting beat down. They was actually kicking people's asses. How I became the king of rock? It was me pretending. Something more powerful, something allowed to exist.
How did Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5 super rapping change your life?
My brother comes home one afternoon, and it's just this red label, and it says Enjoy Records on it. He puts the record on. It was a party night, everybody was jumping, the highs was screaming, and the bass was shaking, and it won't be long till everybody. And I was like, what the hell? Like I had never heard that language. I just started writing rhymes. That was it. I gotta do that, whatever that is. What I felt when I heard that record was the same thing I felt when I was reading my superhero books. So the same way I used to put my favorite blanket on my neck and run through the house, I'm Superman. When I heard that super rapping thing, for me, it was like, I gotta pretend to be that.
Take me a little bit through your creative process.
My creative process became telling people what and who I was at that particular moment. You got Grandmaster, you got Cool Mo D, you got Busy Bees, you got all these characters in there and stuff like that. Who am I gonna be? So I said, if Thor is the son of Odin from Asgard, he got a brother named Loki, and he got a hammer. That's what Thor does. In this world, here I am in Hollis. My name is Darryl. My father's name is Byford. My brother's name is Alfred, and I got a mic. So when I get on the mic, I will become son of Byford, brother of Al. Banner's my mother and runs my pal. It's McDaniels, not McDonald's. These rhymes are Darryls, those burgers are Ronald's. I ran down my family tree, my mother, my father, my brother, and me. You know what I'm saying? If I'm in the studio sitting there and somebody, yo, D, put a verse on this record, and I had just ate something, I would rhyme about what I just ate.
What was that moment that it went from being a hobby to I'm doing this for a career?
Didn't become reality until people told us that, yo, you got MTV. Yo went gold. Yo went platinum. It was like, even when I was on Soul Train and American Bandstand, I don't care, Dick Clark, yeah, American Bandstand, but I'm rhyming. My whole thing was, I'm pretending to be Mo D as Run-D.M.C. on the American Bandstand with play. My whole thing was always imagination. And that's why I kept it so sincere and dominant.
How do you think we overcome ageism in hip hop?
Ageism is only relative to this music business. See, old school is cool. I'm talking about MCs that do rock hymns and DMCs and LLs and like performers. We don't just rap. Rapping is the easiest thing anybody can rap now. But not everybody can rock a mic and rock a party. The industry will let Smokey come and sing. Nobody's telling Bruce Springsteen, Bruce, sit down. You're 50 years old now, you can't rock and roll no more. How you gonna tell a rapper like that? Until the industry sees value in it, it'll never be overcome.
You also created a foundation.
Yes, the Felix organization.
That was an important part of your second stage of your career.
When I found out that I was adopted, I found out that I was a foster kid, what happened to me was, oh my God, what about those foster kids that won't get adopted? If you don't get adopted, you age out the system. at 18 or 21, they look at you and say, here's a sandwich, bye. So I was like, yo, no kid deserves not to be given the opportunity to be the people that they were put here to be. One of my things is your situation doesn't define who you are. So we started this thing called Camp Felix. Foster kid could come to camp for 1 week. Throughout the week that they're at camp, we bring individuals from the professional world of the baker, the dancer, the cook, the DJ, the producer, and we expose them to that at a young age so that when they leave the camp and go back to school, they're thinking, I can achieve that if I put my work in here. I'm trying to do what hip hop did for me.
Right.
For them. The reason why I became DMC, Down With Run, is not just to do first go gold, first go platinum. There was a bigger mission behind it.
Appreciate all the wisdom
Thank
and your
you.
time, sir. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, thank you. Yo, what up? This is me, DMC, and the place to be. Right here with me. Subscribe to the AARP YouTube channel, and I am Darryl McDaniels.